What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Click It and Rip It golf video. I hope you guys had a great weekend, a good, happy Thanksgiving. Everybody got a lot of good, satiating food. And in today's video, what the hell is this thing? Well, it's a bulge and roll gauge that you can purchase at One Stop Power Shop, which I will link in the description. I'm going to explain how to use this thing and why sometimes it is kind of important to know what your driver is. Maybe you've had a billion golf balls with it and it could be flat. You just never know. But the whole purpose behind this design here, a guy by the name of Bryson DeChambeau, Bobby Peterson, they kind of got together. And when Bryson started getting those high speeds, he kind of wanted a driver that actually had more face curvature, as like his irons, those Avoda irons that he plays. So when he hits it out on the toe, it doesn't quite, dive out of the air to the left or whatever, right? So when he started doing this long drive stuff and was trying to develop a driver before he went with LA Golf, which he's still not even playing the LA Golf, he's still playing the crank driver. They made like the crank's got a face curvature, which is called an 8, which is the radius, like if you put it in the center, which I'll show you in a second how to use this, of the circle. Like if the face continues, it's a little bit tighter here. It's not quite as flat. So let me explain to this. So we will first start off with I've got 5 heads here, so I can show you guys how each one of these are different. Like the crank has typically the most bulge and roll. So what the bulge is from this here, from your toe to your heel to your toe. The roll is from north to south. So like this particular one here, if you see daylight on one of these, that means that your face is getting flatter. So this one here is typically about an 8. If we look there from the heel to toe, there's no daylight. If we go to the roll, there's a little bit at the top here. So it's got a little bit of flatness there. But if we go to the 9, we're still right on. I mean, it's fine. Totally fine. This driver is totally fine. So crank, they don't make the world's fastest heads, but it makes some of the most forgiving, most stable, all that stuff. So let's go to a regular retail head that 99% of the world's going to be playing with. This here's the new Ping G440 LS Tech 9 degree. So let's just see what this bad boy does. We're going to start off with an 8 here, and see, there's no difference there. That's not going to go there. So this is going to be more like a let's see here. So yeah, most standard manufacturers are between 11 and 12 on this. So when you put this here like this, see how that sits really good, covers up everything. That's pretty much an 11. So what that means is, when you're coming from right here and it goes out into a circle like an 11, so it actually doubles to a 22 inch, but from here to the center of that circle, from when you use the club face, is 11 inches. So it's used by radius. So this here checks in at about 11. No, obviously, issues. This is a pretty new head for me, so no issues. I don't think I even have any heads that are flat or compromised. So basically what it is, so let's just say this here is a Cobra LTD XLS. This is the 5.5 degree long drive head. So let's do this. See this is at the 11. I don't know how well that this is going to pick up, but I can see some daylight here at the 11 mark. All right, and one of the most because I didn't know how to use this gauge when I first got it. When I first bought this was actually $40. Now they're down to 25. So I actually had to call Bobby Peterson, and he had to explain to me, most of the time they get flat over here on the heel side more than they get, a lot of times that's where the check he said to check. But I don't see any daylight. We're at a 12 right there. Go this way. Still pretty good there. That goes to 11 there. So this here is reading still about a 12 for a long drive head. And let's go to like a 13. Freaking good there. All that good stuff. So what happens once you get to 14 If you see daylight, like let's just say that you're like, let's say it goes this way and you see daylight like this, but see I'm not making contact with the hill, but if you do it and you see daylight at a 14, that means your head is flat and it's pretty much not necessarily toast, but it kind of is toast. So if you're a long driver and you hit the piss out of it, you know, when you're 220 mile an hour, it could really hurt the gear effect. So if you're hitting it in the hill a lot, you know, most of the time when you have a hill cut, it usually goes left to right. You go toe, it goes right to left. It could make it go who knows where. I mean, it could just be sporadic. It go all over the place. Here is a XR16 long drive head. This is 5 degrees aloft, so this is probably going to be somewhere about 11. Yeah, this thing's fine. So we can probably go to 10 there. Oh yeah, see, I don't even see daylight at a 10. So we're really good. So this here has plenty of juice left in it. And let's see here. This here's the new Callaway Elite long drive head, 4.5 degrees. So this is probably going to be somewhere about 11 as well. Let's see here, a little more curvature. So yeah, so this one here is going to about a 10. It looks like pretty flush everywhere at the 10. There's no daylight anywhere. It's because heck, it even has some curvature there at the old 9 spot. So there you go. So long as you don't, if you get one of these and you have a driver that you've hit 100 million golf balls with, sometimes they will flatten out. Get you one of these gauges, you put it on there, and you're like, well, let's check it out. Most are like standard are going to be between 10 and 12 on this gauge. But once you get to someone like a Kyle, I think Zeb Twaddell, when he had the Paradigms long drive heads, he used to flatten them. He said he would really never break those Paradigms. Those Paradigm LD heads were insane. But he said that the face would, after about 500 to 700 hits, would flatten out. Then he would get a new head, and that would just become like a training head when he would swing and beat the piss out of it. But as long as you're not really seeing daylight, if you get one of these and you put it down at a 14, you're pretty much good to go. You're golden right there. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I will put in the link. I will link in the description where you can pick one of these little gauges at. 25 bucks. Yeah, it's kind of expensive for what it is. Just a little piece of kind of, almost like a little piece of thicker tin. Not really anything special. Got their little logo website, which is pretty cool on here. Has each one of these. I think Bulge and Rolls, guys, in case you didn't know, man, you know, TaylorMade, oh, twist face. Well, I remember because like, well, what the hell's twist face? Well, Bulge and Rolls, all it is, technically. And it's been around since the wooden drivers. So Bulge and Roll is not something new. It's just one of those hidden features on a driver that most people don't even know exist, or they even have it on their particular driver. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. It's freezing cold here in Kansas City. Make sure to hit the notification icon bell, like, subscribe, all that good jazz, because I will be giving away a driver, and details on that will be coming very, 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 very soon. So make sure it's one of you guys are going to want a driver, and it's free. Doesn't cost you a damn thing, and I'm going to pay to ship it to you. So as always, God bless. Have a great week. Go Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go.